Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and this is Syed from Noon Computers. As shown in the title and intro of this video, today we have a water damaged mobile phone. The model of the mobile is Redmi Note 5 and it is in the dead condition. This mobile is also sent to some other service center but the technician was not able to identify the problem, so he sent it to me. Seeing the condition of the board, it is clear that some work has already been done on this mobile. Now let's start fixing this mobile. I have thoroughly inspected the display connector area. All the pads and connector looks fine to me. Now let's move to other part of the motherboard. Now we can clearly see that the capacitors near the power IC are corroded due to the liquid damage, which also confirms that the mobile is indeed liquid damaged as the customer told. Now let's quickly take some measurements in order to check the capacitors using the multimeter. After taking measurements, I can see that all the capacitors which are corroded are shorting. I doubt that the capacitors are causing the shorts. My primary suspect for the mobile phone for this mobile phone is power IC, which is PM660. Water can get into the IC which may cause the short. So there is no point in working on the capacitors. Now let's quickly remove the power IC and check for shorts. Now I have successfully removed the PMIC. As I already told, you can clearly see that the water inside the IC which was causing the problem. Now first clean and inspect both board and IC. After cleaning and inspecting the motherboard, we can clearly see that two pairs are bound on the motherboard, which are also connected to the capacitors. Now the capacitor does not shorting to ground. Before doing anything, let's clean and inspect the PMIC also, and let's decide what to do next. The same pad which sits on the burned pads on motherboard are also missing on the PMIC. It is crystal clear that we cannot use the same IC. Normally, while repairing the water damaged mobile phone, I use the old IC itself after cleaning and reballing. But in this case, it is not possible. I have another Note 5 motherboard from which I am going to extract the PMIC. Let's remove the IC and reball. I am reballing using universal stencil. Normally, I use universal stencil for PMICs, network ICs, and other small ICs. But while reballing CPU, I will always use that particular model stencil in order to get high success rate. From here, I'll speed up the video so that I can save your time. I have rebuilt the PMIC successfully. Now let's get back to the motherboard. Remember, we still have to deal with those two missing pads. I already have plans to restore that missing pads. I am going to use the Mechanics brand copper pads to restore those pads, which is quick and easy comparing to running jumper wires for those pads. Now let's start the pad restoration work and install the PMIC on the motherboard. have successfully restored those two missing pads and we have installed the new PMIC from our donor board. Now let's check the motherboard whether it is powering on or not. I have assembled the board and we have fixed the mobile by restoring the pads and also by changing the power IC. I am powering the mobile using the DC power supply as the charge in the mobile phone is too low. The mobile is powering up and functioning normally without any issue. That's it for this video guys. If you are learning mobile service or already working in this field and want to get more technical knowledge about chip level service, consider subscribing to our channel. I am also going to start mobile repairing basic video series in which I'll explain in detail about basics including basic electronic which is very fundamental for any electronic equipment repair. Also I'll start another series for software also which is very important for mobile repairing. Thanks for watching the video guys. Like, subscribe and share this video with your friends and fellow technicians so that they can also have knowledge too.